Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Passion Toolbox. I'm your host, Outlook the Rapper, and my mission with this channel is to help you become a full-time musician. Today, I'm giving you my entire 2021 blueprint. Everything I plan on doing in the year 2021 to get one step closer to becoming a full-time musician. Right, so let's get right into it. Step one, we got to batch your singles, right? So the strategy I am implementing to start to create a larger audience that's going to compound over time, and it's going to allow my income to compound over time as well, is putting out a single every 3 to 6 weeks. So for me, I'm doing every 3 weeks because I'm trying to go hard on this shit, right? And then once you put that single out, you put at least $100 into marketing that single through either Facebook or Instagram ads or TikTok ads or YouTube ads, whatever platform you choose, with the goal of sending all that traffic to Spotify, right? What happens when we send a bunch of traffic to Spotify right when our song is released is that's giving Spotify trust in our song, right? Now think about Spotify. What are they trying to accomplish? They're trying to keep people on Spotify because the longer they keep people on Spotify, the more money they make. So they are very selective about what songs they decide to show to people because they want to make sure that they're not going to show them a song that's going to make someone just turn off Spotify and go to YouTube or TikTok or something else, right? So how we get Spotify to push us out is we give them what they want, which is likes, streams, multiple streams, people following you on Spotify, right? All the things that just indicate that this song is performing well. So when we spike every single song with at least $100 of ad budget, it's going to help us ensure that your audience is compounding over time, right? And now think about this. For example, my song Pour Out. In the lifetime of the campaign I ran for that song, I gained 150 new followers from just that campaign alone, right? So now for my next release, that's 150 new people that are now going to get notified on Release Radar as well as their email that my new song is out, right? And you know what that's doing? That's setting that song up to get more likes, to get more streams, to get added to playlists, right? And that is now allowing that song to get passed around to new people. Imagine if someone that's following you sees your new song on Release Radar and they add it to a playlist. Now, what if on that playlist, someone else is following that playlist and that person has a playlist and they add it, right? It starts to create this larger ecosystem of exposure that you're getting for your music. And every time someone streams your music, you're getting paid. It's not a lot, but it adds up, right? So what we're doing here is we want to batch as many songs as we can, right? Ideally, at least 3 to 6 months at the bare minimum of wiggle room that we want to give ourselves. So that brings us to, the importance of batching, right? Instead of taking that 10-song album that you're sitting on that you want to promote out to your, friends and family because you don't have an audience yet, what if instead you released one song off the album every single month? If you have 12 songs on that project, well, you just lined up your entire year of releases, right? And here's the other reason why you want to line it up the earliest you possibly can. This gives you a chance to spread that music to the distribution platforms so they all have it ready to go on launch day. Also, it gives you a chance to send it in early to Spotify. And what happens when you send it early into Spotify is every single single, you get a chance to pitch it to their playlist curators. So when you send it in early and you send your pitch in early, you're giving yourself the most amount of time for them to review it and consider it as an option, right? So that is really important. When we set this up first and we have imagine if you have your entire year of releases together. Think about how much relief and breathing room that gets you to focus on getting even better and to focus on making more music, right? And then once you have that in place, most of that process is automated, right? And then it moves on to the ad part, right? When it comes to the ads, you can either hire someone like me, I offer it for artists, or just learn. There's a bunch of great people, Tom Dupree, Andrew Southworth, Indapreneur has a bunch of awesome content. Just look up on YouTube. You can learn how to run ads on all these platforms for free on YouTube, right? There's no excuses anymore. So that brings us to step number 2. Once you've batched those songs, and this step can actually even feed into that step, is try to get at least one feature a month, right? Imagine this. I'll give you an example. I did a song with my friend Chris BD, right? He has about 55,000 monthly listeners at the time of the release of this song. It's probably even higher now. This dude's going to explode. I'm calling it. And, when we released that song, it did almost 700 streams day one with zero promotion. And the reason why is because he has over 2,000 plus followers on Spotify. I got another 250 to throw in the pile, right? So all these people are getting notified about our song. But since he's, so much bigger than me, it was able to bring in a lot of exposure for my songs. And I gained a bunch of followers, right? That song, it has like over 6,000 streams in the first week or two, completely organically, right? So when you can line up these features, it's putting you in positions where your audience is going to start to grow. You're going to start to build that rapport in the algorithm with Spotify. They're going to start to like you more. And when they like you more, they'll push you out more because they know that your music is going to keep people on their platform, right? And so that brings us to step number 3. I will go all in on TikTok because inevitably TikTok's going to turn into what Instagram is now. You used to be able to get crazy engagement on Instagram, but it's not like that anymore because the market became saturated. And now they're in a position where they want to charge people to get that, that reach on their platform, which there's no reason why they can't do that. It's still an amazing tool. You need to be posting bare minimum 3 to 5 times a day, in my opinion. Or just make one really, really, really good post that you work really hard on, right? This platform is literally changing people's lives overnight, right? And when you can leverage growing that organic piece to then add as fuel on the fire to your Spotify, then it's just going to spike the algorithm more. And it's going to get you one step closer to actually being able to live off your music as an artist, right? So after once you've done that, once you've gotten that momentum going, right? You're used to posting a lot. You're putting out as much content as you can. You have your next, 6 to 12 months of releases lined up. You're, getting this point where your audience is going to start to grow. Well, now you need to focus on one of the other major pieces when it comes to making it in the music industry, and that is growing your network, right? The one person got me a gig in front of 6,000 people at a festival. One person got me on the radio multiple times, right? One person can literally change everything for you. One feature got me, a bunch of streams, right? You never know who you're going to meet. And not only that, you don't know who they know, right? So they might have someone that's super connected in the industry. If you can befriend them and then they introduce you to their friend, you just line up opportunity after opportunity and slowly start to grow your network. So the key to being successful is having the right habits compounded over a long enough time frame. So we're working on developing those habits, which are posting every single day, right? Networking, right? So reach out to 3 to 5 people a day on Instagram, right? That's very easy. Go find people that impress you and reach out to them. And if you really want to connect with them, you got to find a way to provide them value, right? If you just reach out to someone hey, give me, they're going to be like, whoa, bro, I'm not going to waste my time with you. I'm doing my own shit. You know what I mean? But if you come in and say hey, if you can develop a skill set of something they need and offer it to them for free, that's one way that you can get your foot in the door. So for example, I learned how to do Facebook ads, and I offer that as a free service to people that I think, I want in my network because they have connections. And there's a bunch of ways you can go about it. If you mix and master your own music, Maybe offer it to, an artist for free. Or if you're a producer, send free beats to rappers you fuck with, right? And just start to grow your network, because one connection can change everything, right? And, outside of that, the next step, once you've gotten that in motion, right? You're building a network, your audience is growing. Now that you have that audience, what do you do now, right? The next priority is you need to grow a list that you can control. And that's either a email list, a phone list, or a Facebook Messenger list, right? Because think about this. What happens if the platform your entire audience is on goes away, right? You saw it happen with Vine. TikTok, is that threat of being banned. This stuff happens, right? When it happens, it puts you at risk of losing everything, right? So how do you hedge against that? You build your own list. And when you have a list that you can control, you don't have to worry about if the algorithm is going to show it to your audience, right? I released a post on Instagram the other day. It went out to 0.9% of my Instagram audience. Like, that's just ridiculous. Why even try and grow an audience there? You know what I mean? Like, no one's going to see it unless I pay, right? Or the other option, even paying. Yeah, it works well, but what if you could do it for free? You know what I mean? Whenever you wanted, and they're going to see it. If you'd like me to go deeper into how to actually build one of those lists, let me know in the comments, and I'm considering making a video dive in a lot deeper in this topic, because these topics, there's a lot that goes into it. All right, so let's recap everything we discussed. But very quick, if you could just go ahead and press that like button for me and subscribe if you want to become a full-time musician. It helps me grow on this platform so I can provide you guys more up-to-date information and try more shit out, right? So that being said, step 1, batch your releases and put a $100 marketing budget into each song. Step 2, do as many features as you can handle. Right? I know one a month might be ambitious, but if you can do that, do it, because we're not messing around. We're trying to make this happen, right? So let's do it. All right. Step number 3, go all in on TikTok. You need to put as much effort into TikTok as you possibly can, because it has the ability to change your life overnight. Number 4, grow your network. Reach out to 3 to 5 people a day. Figure out how to offer them value and make real connections. Give them what they want, they'll give you what you want. Right? And then last but not least, we got growing a list. Start to build an asset that you can control, so you're not relying on these platforms, and you have the ability to market to your audience for free. I'm Outlook the Rapper. This is Passion Toolbox. I'm out. Hey guys, one last thing. Our website just went live. I'm now offering consulting. So if you need a little more one-on-one help, it's $50 an hour and I can help you out. Also, if you're looking to grow your network, I made a new resource for you to help network with musicians. We started a Discord, so just click the link in the bio. You can go check it out.